Okay, why don't we go ahead and get started? For those who are joining, you may or may not know who I am, but my name is Ben Kinsley. I'm a mindfulness fellow with the Center for Spirituality, Dialogue, and Service at Northeastern University. And today I think we'll go through maybe like a direct present awareness type of meditation practice. And it'll be kind of light and easy to access, but hopefully there'll be enough guidance for you to stay tethered to our practice. So get started with, a brief grounding practice, get settled into our bodies, and then we'll focus on being directly present with today, with where we're at right now. So, as a formal way to start this meditation, welcome everyone who's signing in, whether it's morning, afternoon, evening, if you're accessing this live or as a recorded session. I welcome you. My name is Ben, and why don't we get started? So we can settle in first to finding a stable posture that'll sustain us for the duration of this practice. I usually like to find a way to support my knees and my back while sitting. So whether you're seated in a chair, laying down, adjusting your posture so that your knees are supported, your feet are grounded, your back is straight, your shoulders are lifted up and open, the neck is in a comfortable position, and the head is supported either on the neck or by a pillow. Your eyes can be closed or slightly open. And we'll start just by taking in how we're feeling right now. Noticing if our body is comfortable, if it's sore, if there's discomfort in any areas, if we're feeling tired, if we're feeling energetic. Likewise, noticing if our breath is long or short, deep or shallow. Just tuning in with ourselves. We'll start and end with 3 chimes. At this point, settling into a longer breath, a longer inhale, breathing deep into the nose, down into the lungs, into the belly, and then releasing the breath slowly through the nose or through the mouth. At this point, noticing the stillness between the in-breath and the out-breath. Breath comes in, there's motion, there's sensation, and then a point of stillness before breathing out. Motion, sensation, and a point of stillness again. Throughout this practice, if and as you notice your mind drifts to thoughts, to worries, anticipations, memories, we can approach these events as understanding the mind naturally will create these mental objects, these thoughts. It's no fault of the mind or ourselves for thinking these things, even if we're sitting in a meditation. It's just the way things are. So we can practice patience with ourselves, gratitude to our awareness, for attention, for noticing, and then we can gently return our attention back to an object of focus when we're ready. So now we'll focus on sensations of grounding that are present physically in the body as we settle in, drawing attention down to the feet, wherever your feet are making contact with the support, whether your feet are flat on the floor, if you're sitting cross-legged, feeling the support, the grounding on the sides of your feet. If you're laying down, you may feel this in your heels. Just focusing on that point or those many points where your feet are touching the floor, a mat, a cushion, a bed. Connecting with that sensation of physical touch with the earth. Likewise, we can turn our attention to wherever we find the rest of our weight supported. This could be on our sit bones, our buttocks. If we're lying down, this could be along the whole length of our back and the back of our legs. Taking a moment now to notice if we're leaning to any one side, left or right, forward or back. You can use this time now to make small adjustments to our posture to ensure that we're stable, we're comfortable, there's balance in our posture. And then as you're ready, once you feel connected with the support, with the ground, with the earth, in touch with your physical presence in the room that you embody and you habit, you can turn our attention back to a single point of breath awareness. Could be in the nostrils, in the chest, in the belly. Observing the breathing cycle as it comes and goes. Breath comes in, down to the lungs, goes out through the nose or the mouth. And for the next few minutes, we'll just tune into this rhythm, noticing how manual or automatic it is. Noticing the temperature and the texture of the air as it comes and goes. Focusing all the intention that you can at this point of direct breath awareness. It may be possible to tease out the different channels, the different dimensions, the different threads of awareness that seem to co inhabit this internal world that we cultivate. So, while one part of our awareness is focused on this object of meditation, this direct point of access to breathing, there may be other inputs, perhaps sensing grounding sensations, a sense of proprioception, which tells you where your arms and legs and feet and hands and fingers and toes are at any given time. Other sense doors, sound, sight, taste. So now we'll move into observing these phenomena, these threads of awareness directly as they are, if we can. Just taking little mental notes or allowing yourself to drift into the primordial soup that is all of these simultaneous sensations with rising and falling degrees of attention given to them. You find yourself drifting too far, perhaps almost as if you're losing your way, you can return back to that singular point of direct, present breath awareness in the nostrils, the chest, and the belly. Turning focus back solely on the cycle of breathing. Again, attending to the temperature, the texture of the air. Taking refuge in this rhythmic, continuous process. At this time, if there is a particular meditative practice that has been in your regular routine this week or this month, or something that you would like to revisit from some time in the deep past, this is an open invitation to practice this. Alternatively, we could sit with the intention of observing sense phenomena directly as they appear, noticing sounds as they arise, touch sensations, smells or tastes, visual stimuli, whether it's the dancing of light in the back of your eyelids or if your eyes are slightly open, finding a point of space 3 to 5 feet in front of you to visually focus on. And this time we'll sit and we'll try our best in each moment to observe with direct awareness whatever our attention is being drawn to. You can observe it with an open mind. On a higher level, noticing impressions, reactions, our internal thought monologue if it makes comments on what we're noticing, if it's making comments to ourself or what we consider the self. In all these cases, you can imagine our awareness or attention to be like a video camera just placed in a room, recording irrespective of what is going on, moment to moment, an independent third party perspective, the outside looking in. And we can just see what we notice. Each time your attention getting pulled in one particular direction, resetting by returning to that point of direct breath awareness. If you would like at this time, you can pause on the direct present awareness aspect and allow some time for reflection, for processing what has happened. You can give space a minute or two to think critically or objectively if possible, taking inventory of what we noticed, particular patterns, new aspects of our present selves that we had not noticed, had not thought of before. Or we can put these observations into context. Perhaps we notice that particular part of our posture or our body has been giving us discomfort this whole time, giving some space now to provide context for perhaps why that might be. Likewise, if there were other sense stimuli that similarly kept recurring in your attention, giving some time now to process this. It is important to note at this time we're not seeking to find a solution or to address anything or to change anything about ourselves or our habits. We're just studying the footage, taking notes, qualitatively or quantitatively recording what has happened so that we may remember it and think of it later today. A useful semantic framework for this practice, instead of thinking to ourselves, I am uncomfortable, my mind is thinking of the future or of the past, we can use the third party perspective, the third person viewpoint, simply stating there is discomfort, there are thoughts of the future or of the past. And in our last few minutes, we can return attention back to the simple act of breathing, noticing with fresh attention the temperature and texture of the air as it comes in, fills the lungs down to the belly, and then as it gently releases on the exhale. At other points in our day or in our week, we can practice a similar exercise to this, whether in a meditative state or just simply sitting in our desk, taking a moment to take objective inventory of our current state, how we're feeling, how we're doing, and without personally identifying to these things, just labeling an inventory. There is this, there are these things. Taking a mental note or jotting them down, and leaving space later on to do the processing. As you're ready and on your own time, you can take 5 or 6 more deep breaths, and then we will conclude our practice with 3 chimes of the bell, at which point you can gently open your eyes. So you can take one more deep breath in and begin to stretch out your fingers, your hands, wrists, shoulders, wiggle your toes, stretch the shoulders and the back, bring movement into the body. I'd like to thank you for sitting with me today, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day and week.